guy?
And find something you're passionate about besides Ziggy.
I love that intro. It's so great. I mean, I have to give it to Tiffany Marie, just really makes the intro. So I was just live on my backup channel for those who didn't know. And I had originally just going live to do a reading on the Dre McCrae situation because I was watching Justin and Molly. You guys should go check out that reading. It's crazy. Then we did a reading on Adam Montgomery. So, and I don't know this case very well. So I'm interested to see if my reading matches up to what is said here, because I'm just curious. Since I don't know it that well, it'll be an interesting little experiment. Sorry for what? Thanks, Jam. Hey, Fine Summer. Pam's the wiener today. We need to make a wiener sticker. How come none of you have submitted any of you? I know some of you are like artists and all kinds of talented. Can make me some cool stickers for the channel. I would if I would ever remember. So I guess we can go ahead and start looking over this, because there's probably not going to be that many people that come in here. For some reason, nobody comes in here unless it's Summer Wells. It's crazy. But I do think that there was a couple people that went live recently. So let's see here. This is an arrest warrant for Adam Montgomery, the father of Harmony Montgomery. This is in the Hillsborough Court of New Hampshire. And his charges are for second-degree murder, tampering with witness and informants, falsifying physical evidence, and abuse of corpse. And that was October 21st, 2022. So here, the detective was asking for an arrest warrant for Adam Montgomery for those charges that we just read. And this is the probable cause for the arrest warrant. So this is going to be full of all kinds of crazy information, I'm sure. And I haven't even read it yet, so... Okay, Laura just contacted me, by the way. She doesn't want anyone to take the dogs, I guess, because she says that's all she has. So I just got to answer on that. I was trying to, I'll let you know if she tells me where she's at. It's absolutely awful. That's what I hear. Hey, Jerry. Dee Dee. Now comes the state of New Hampshire by and through its attorneys. The Office of the Attorney General respectfully requests that this honorable court seal the probable cause statement for arrest warrant in this matter. In support of its request, the state submits the following. Detective John Dunleavy of the Manchester Police Department is applying for an arrest warrant for Adam Montgomery for the murder of his then 5-year-old daughter, Harmony Montgomery, in December of 2019 and in other related charges. Other related. Okay, so this was December 2019, and the arrest warrant wasn't served until last October. So he was out for 3 years. Says, too, while the investigation in the murder of Harmony Montgomery has been extensive, that investigation remains ongoing. There are additional witnesses who remain to be interviewed, and based on the information they provide, there may be further investigative steps to take. In addition, once the new charges become public, additional witnesses may come forward who had previously been holding back. If the information in the probable cause statement is made public at the current time, it could taint these future investigative efforts. 4, the New Hampshire Supreme Court has recognized that protecting the confidentiality of the investigative documents in the pre-indictment phase of an ongoing criminal investigation is a sufficiently compelling interest for non-disclosure that can overcome the public right of access to court records. The state respectfully requests that this honorable court, we don't need to read that. Okay, we're going to read what the officers stated that they've witnessed and seen. The more interesting info. There's another one besides this, a newer one than this. This is the one I just, the most recent one. Did anybody else see? Yeah, this is 55 pages long. So it says, attachment to a probate cause statement for arrest warrant of Adam Montgomery. So this says, 1, I am a police officer with the city of Manchester, New Hampshire, and have been so since November of 2015. Prior to Manchester, I was a police officer with the town of Winchester, New Hampshire from 2013 to 2015. I graduated from New Hampshire Police Standards and Training class December 2013. Hold on, guys. Laura's trying to call me. Hello? It's doing that weird. She must have no internet. It's doing that. It's not connecting. Anyways, okay. So he graduated in Police Academy 2013. I have held the rank of detective with the Manchester Police Department since September 2018. My duties and responsibilities as a detective include the initial investigation as well as follow-up investigation of crimes that occur in Manchester, New Hampshire. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to read all his credentials here. Okay. The information set forth below is based on information known to me personally, through my own investigation and through my own communications with other law enforcement officers, including Manchester police officers. Additionally, I received police reports prepared by other law enforcement officers, including Manchester police officers, detailing their involvement in this investigation. This affidavit does not contain every fact known to me or other investigators. Rather, it contains material information relevant to determining whether there is sufficient probable cause to believe that Adam Montgomery committed the crimes of second-degree murder contrary to RSA, and then it put a statute here, tampering with witnesses and informants, and falsifying physical evidence, and abuse of a corpse. So on November 18, 2021, the Manchester Police Department received a call. Wow. That is like so, oh, wow. Yeah, I remember this part about how she didn't get reported missing until like way after, right? Hold on, I'll try answering this. Hello? Hello?
Hey.
Hey. Now I can hear you.
Hey, I'm talking on the phone. Hey.
Hey, where are you?
Hold on a second. I'm trying to get my Bluetooth connected. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm at a friend's house.
Oh, are you near?
Talk for a second.
Oh, are you near where you were? Are you near Rogersville?
I'm still on the creek.
Oh. Why did you have to get out? I thought.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not in Rogersville. I'm still next to the creek right here. I'm just at... Cause I don't got no proof that I live there. I can stay...
Oh.
I'm staying in a holler in the camper. But they fucking destroyed it. I mean, destroyed it. You would have seen what they done to it.
Why?
I was down there getting my stuff yesterday. They went up the holler, and what I had packed up and put it on the bed, I laid it all on the bed inside. I had my computers and everything in it.
Yeah.
They throwed it back, just picked the damn totes and everything and picked them up and slung them through the house.
Threw your stuff everywhere?
Through the house. Yeah. Food, they stuffed fucking food every fucking where.
So you don't have any mail that you've had?
I got the back part straightened up and up.
So you're allowed to stay there in that camper that you guys usually stay in?
See, we was staying, yes, but we was living in his mom's trailer.
Oh.
We moved down there and moved everything down there.
Oh.
So I had to move.
But you can move back down to the camper?
Yeah,
But you don't have any way to get...
she was power of attorney over it.
Because I noticed... Yeah, do you have to get out of that camper too?
He said he didn't know how long I could stay. I would be able to stay there where she has power of attorney.
Yeah, because I saw it's one place is in Fred's dad's and the one other place is in Fred's mom's name. It looks like. Is that so? If what?
I was going to see if we could get... Somebody thrown a dog out on me down here at the house. A big pit. Well, it's a puppy. It's a pit. She's a blue pit, looks like. But she's thin as bones. I mean, she's not but a bag of bones. I don't see how he's alive.
Oh, so somebody left a... do you need a... Are you needing a home for it? Huh?
Yeah.
Where are you at? Are you gonna keep it in the camper until then? Okay. Well, he's a pit. He's you said it's a blue pit or what kind? What color did you say? Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure I can probably find a home for him probably pretty quickly. But you don't have any dog food or out there or anything?
No.
How soon? Okay. Maybe maybe I can get you some dog food. Like shipped out there. Hopefully, I mean, people might want to help with that. I'm sure for something like that. Like right now, I'm really struggling. Huh?
I know you're struggling right now too.
Yeah.
The main thing I was going to say is, you can call down the jail and have Fred call you, and so you can tell him what's going on. He didn't talk to him.
You haven't talked to him yet?
No.
Will they give him a message if I call there?
Yeah, they said it's like when they got a place where you can call me, they call down there and ask you if they give you the phone number.
So if I gave him my okay, so what do I have to do to be able to receive calls from him? Do you know the name of I'll look it up, I guess. Huh?
He gets the first 3 minutes. They said that if he hadn't made a call, that he gets one phone call. The first 3 minutes is free, and then after that, they charge his books.
So he doesn't know that you've been kicked out?
No money or nothing.
Oh, he doesn't have any money?
No, he don't know nothing about me.
So,
as far as I know, he ain't talked to nobody, and I don't know.
Okay, when's he?
When the law come that day, he was in the bathroom, and they just pushed the door open and walked in because it was unlocked.
Do you think that his arrest has something to do with the Summer Wells case? Like when Don mentioned that he was a meth dealer?
I'm sure it didn't help.
You don't know who? I saw the dates. Those dates I told you don't see on. It was the 2 dates that the informant. It looks like an informant got him on November 29th of 2021. So it would have been like within so after Summer went missing, towards the end of 2021, it was an informant that bought off of him. And then in March of 2022, March 3rd of 2022 was the second time. So if he can narrow down and think of who it was that he sold to on the... Did he get caught manufacturing? Is he in trouble for manufacturing, actually? Just for selling? Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, call me. Oh, they won't. Okay, all right. I'll check. I'll call him. All right. Bye. So you guys heard that. Hold on a second. Sorry. So that was Laura. She hasn't talked to him. She hasn't talked to Fred at all since he's been arrested. But I did get that he's just being charged for selling, not manufacturing. He didn't get in trouble for manufacturing. It's some weird thing that Tennessee does when they charge you for selling. It automatically says manufacturing. It's bunched in with manufacturing, selling. It's weird. Possession, and it's a statute. It's a huge statute that has different crimes under it, and it has basically it's referring you to the statute that the crime's under. So yeah, it's got those charges mixed in. It's really confusing, I know, but yeah, that's what I was thinking. So it was selling, not manufacturing. And she has a dog out there. Somebody dropped off a dog out there that she needs a home for. It's a blue pit. But she said it's skin and bones, and she said she doesn't have any food for the dogs out there at all. I don't know if anybody wants to Amazon or some dog food if you want to. I mean, at least we know it's for the dogs, And they came in. I guess she said the law enforcement just walked in while he was in the bathroom and just arrested him. She said the sisters have so what had happened is her and Fred had moved down to his mom's after she passed away. And we're saying, because it's a way nicer place. And they had moved down there. But once he got arrested, the sisters kicked her out of that place. And so she's got forced to go down she thought she would have to leave the camper too. But it looks like right now she's being able to stay at the camper as of now. But she doesn't know, it's up in the air. When she didn't have any mail going to the mom's house or any proof of residency to the mom's house. But it looks like she is being able to stay at the camper, the one that you guys all know about, really, the one that's, and no, it's not. I don't know. I didn't watch Chasing's video. Did she say it was black, or did she say it was? I don't know. I didn't get a chance to ask Laura how long that dog's been there, but she said that it's got dropped off there. This one's going to be a different one. It's not the dark black one. It's she said it was like skin and bones. And it's like a blue pit. Same here in Illinois, it's all classed together. Yeah, so that makes sense. So, we've all been accusing Jody Sue of manufacturing, and she could have just had possession. You have to really look into it, because they bunch those together, and it's kind of, it's crazy how they do that. You have to make sure you really look at what statutes and stuff they had attached to the charge. Hey, Randaroo. I don't know. I thought she was talking about the black one. If she saw a dog that was like skin and bones, because the black one isn't like skin and bones. At least it wasn't when I was there. But she doesn't have any dog food down there for them. But she's not wanting to get rid of the black one or her little chihuahua. I think if anybody wants to help her, I just feel more comfortable if you just send her necessity stuff instead of send her money, because I don't know, with everything that's has to do with. I'm sure we can find somebody to send her some dog food, and also probably find a home for that dog out there. She said it was blue. Well, yeah, they need a home for it. I guess I'll, hold on. Let me send a message to them. Hold on. Hold on. Hey, so I just talked to Laura, and actually, I didn't know. I guess there was a dog dump there, that she has. She said it's like skin and bones, and it's a blue pit. So maybe that's what you guys saw. If you are talking about a really dark black dog, she's not wanting to get rid of that one. But the blue pit, yeah, she needs a home for it. And she also says that she has no dog food down there. So I'm gonna try to get at least some dog food down there. I don't want to send. I don't have it anyways to send, but I don't want to send money and stuff. But I will send like stuff like that. So she definitely needs dog food. She has a little Chihuahua and a big black dog down there. She is at the camper now, and staying there until. I mean, she's not right there this second, but that's where she's been staying. She was staying down at her Fred Hill's mom's. But yeah, she needs to find a home for that dog that was it's like a blue pit, I guess. All right. My bad. Hey, Georgia. The black pit that she has, yeah, it was a pit bull we were talking about, but the black one is part pit bull too, so it's hard to tell. I didn't know that there was another dog dumped out there. She doesn't have to leave it. She doesn't have to leave the camper. She had to leave I didn't know they had moved into his mom's house. And it was hard to understand what she was saying. That's the first time I've talked to her. She wants me to call the jail and have Fred call me because she hasn't talked to him, and and he doesn't know what's going on, like that she's kicked out and stuff. I don't know, gosh. We'll figure it out. I don't know if I want to do all that about having him call me and stuff. I'm going to have to think about that. At first, I thought no big deal, but I will help with the dogs. I don't have any problem with that. What do you guys think? Well, she started out as kind of a hater, Jane, and she used to use it as but it doesn't. I guess it is kind of a hater phrase. I think AB came up with it, but it doesn't bother me. I know I'm different. No, you're fine. You're fine. Georgia always comes in here and goes, Ziggy, Zigzaggy, or whatever she always says. She does it every time. She's not a hater, though. And even when AB says it and stuff, that doesn't bother me. That's to me, the stuff that bothers me is the ones that go real low, They do that stuff and then, come up with a zigzag and stuff like that thing. It's going to bother me. And when it doesn't, they come up with something. They figure out something. They just keep one-upping themselves. Hey, Lucky Lou. You didn't, Georgia? I thought you used to back in the day. It's not really offensive, so to me anyways. Ziggy, Ziggy, Bobus. Yeah, she used to say that too. All right. Let's continue here. It says on November 18th, 2021, the Manchester Police Department received a call from a woman determined to be Crystal Surrey regarding her biological daughter, Harmony Montgomery. So this would be, 2 years after she's passed away? Surrey reported that Harmony, who was in the physical custody of Surrey's ex, was missing and that she hadn't seen Harmony in over 6 months. What? Is this mother involved too? Surrey identified her ex as Adam Michael Montgomery. An employee of the Manchester Police Department contacted DCYF and learned of previous addresses associated with Adam. Manchester police officers checked those addresses but were unable to locate Adam or Harmony. On December 27th of 2021, DCYF notified so I guess that's the Department of Child. It's like DCS or something. I don't know what the Y stands for, but notified the Manchester Police Department that they were also unable to locate Harmony. Consequently, so that's December 27th, 2021. Over a month they were given. Over the following days, consequently, the Manchester Police Department initiated an investigation into the whereabouts of Harmony. Over the following days, members of the Manchester Police Department learned that Harmony had not been physically seen since approximately October or November of 2019. Surrey, who resides in Massachusetts, notified authorities that she had not seen Harmony since around Easter of 2019, approximately April 21st of 2019. The child had been in the physical and legal custody of her biological father, Adam Montgomery, pursuant to a decision and order from the Lawrence Juvenile Court, located in Essex County. What is that? Maryland? The father unalived her by punching her because oh my God. The case was subsequently assigned to me. During my follow-up with Crystal, she explained that she had lost custody of the child in July of 2018 to the state of Massachusetts, in part due to a substance abuse issue. Crystal said that both she and Adam had past issues with substance abuse. Crystal reported that since she has regained sobriety and unsuccessfully made attempts throughout 2021 to locate Adam and Harmony. Adam and his subsequent partner, Kayla Montgomery, had blocked all communication with Crystal through phone numbers and social media applications. Crystal said over the years, she made attempts to locate Harmony by contacting various schools and driving by addresses associated with Adam, but she was unable to make any progress. Kayla. What's Kayla's maiden last name? I wonder if it will say later. Crystal said that she believed she last physically saw Harmony during a FaceTime video call with Adam around Easter of 2019. Crystal stated that Adam was visible in the background of the video call. Crystal recalled that Harmony seemed frightened. Beginning on December 27th of 2021, members of the Manchester Police Department actively made attempts to track down Adam and talk to involved family members to establish the last time that Harmony was physically observed and known to be safe. Officers and investigators were initially unable to make contact with Adam via phone. However, investigators were able to make contact with various family members, including parties associated with Adam who reside in Florida. Through these family members, investigators received information that Adam had previously admitted to giving Harmony a black eye approximately July of 2019. God. So Kayla Montgomery. Adam and Kayla are biological parents of 3 minor children, all younger than Harmony. Oh my God. This lines up with my freaking reading. I knew it. This Kayla is the one that needs to be, according to my reading I did, this Kayla is the one that needs to be really investigated. This was all concocted by her. Whatever happened to Harmony, I feel like was ultimately Kayla has blood on her hands. I think she was jealous. She didn't want Harmony, a daughter from a different mother. She wanted her own little family without Harmony. That's what my theory was. Well, it's not my theory. It's what the cards were telling me, and that she's really unstable. Yeah, I do. R. Corleia. You thought of her when thinking of, oh my, yes. She's probably under a different name, but it's good to see you. Corleia used to come in here and harass me on the daily. Do you guys remember that? We had some good times with her. How can that someone, let alone father? I know, right? Yeah, so Corleia was a lady, I don't know, came in here and she swore that something about, I don't know, she was putting some type of blame on me about her child's death. It was insane. I had no idea who this woman was in my life. Like, it was insane. She was like after me. Like, I feel like if I ever ran into her, she would probably have, I mean, that's how much she had an intense amount of hate for me and accused me of doing something to her child or something like that. Let me see. I'm still scrolling. I don't see another comment by you. I've scrolled all the way back and I didn't see another one by you, RR. I'm going back down looking and seeing if I can find it, and I don't. I just see, I'm not sure what made me think of this, but do you remember Corleia? What type of false accusations? God, Susie, go get a life. You're not clearing up anything. You're not the one that knows. Just because that's what's said doesn't mean he's not covering for his wife. Susie has always been a Debbie Downer. Like, never in a good mood. Jim Terry, believe me, I'm not complaining, but he hasn't been. Oh, really? Yeah, well, because I was talking about my reading I did, Georgie, or Georgia, sorry, Georgie. I called you Georgie. She's talking about the fact that I brought up my reading, my tarot card reading, and said that I felt like this Kayla girl had blood on her hands. Like she has involvement, I feel like. And I said it has to do with my, my tarot card reading is what it said, is that she comes in, she's just a troll. Like she always has been a troll. She doesn't care about she doesn't stand for anything. She's just being an asshole. Hey, Sheba. Sheba Mom. Okay, so the first interview with Kayla Montgomery on December 28th, 2021, I spoke with Adam's wife, Kayla Montgomery. Kayla shares 3 younger children with Adam who are all presently accounted for. See, that's what I read. I read that part, and that's when I said, oh my God, this lines up with my reading I did. Because I don't know anything much about this case. Like I've read 1 or 2 articles and seen like one news thing about it. Long time ago. So when I did my reading, it looked like there was some kind of weird jealousy with this Kayla girl. And they treated Harmony like an outsider of the family, it felt like. And really, it was Kayla, allegedly, who really, really pushed it. Like, okay, they shared, okay. During my follow-up with Kayla, I asked about the last time she had physically seen Harmony. Kayla said that sometime in November or December of 2019, she saw Harmony one morning prior to going to work. Adam said that he was driving Harmony back to Crystal, who was living in Massachusetts at the time. Kayla said that she believed Harmony had been returned to Crystal. Kayla claimed she never saw or heard about Harmony after that day. What a liar. Kayla knows something. I'm sorry. It's being said she was in the car when he punched Harmony, which caused her death, so she is just as guilty. Wow. Thank you, Reapers. Hey, Rhiannon. Then they hid the body. What, is it about to get really bad? Nope. There, I'll pin your message to trigger warning just for those sensitive ones. Actually, I understand it. This doesn't have to do, it has to do with a child, so I understand it's extra horrible. Okay. Kayla had not physically seen Adam. What? Kayla had not physically seen Adam since late October 2021 and had not spoken with him since mid-November 2021. Kayla claimed Adam was living in a sober house and had then left the area to live in Maine with another female. What? Oh, 2021. Okay. Got confused there for a second. 2021. I was like, On December 31st, 2021, patrol officers were able to make contact with Adam and his new girlfriend, Kelsey Small, together sleeping in a vehicle in the area of Harville Street in Manchester. Investigators, including myself, Detective Kozowick, and Detective Riley responded to that location to speak with the couple. Small claimed that she had been romantically involved with Adam for over a year. Small said that she was aware that Adam has 3 children with one mother and another child from before that. However, Small said that Adam was not in touch with any child from his prior relationship. Small claimed that Adam had never talked about Harmony and she had no information on where she may be. During our interaction with Adam, we stressed our concern that Harmony had not been physically observed in over 2 years, and that we had concern for whether or not she was still alive. Adam did not exhibit much emotion or reaction to this. Further interview with Kayla Montgomery. On December 31st, 2021, Kayla Montgomery participated in a voluntary interview with Detective Riley and myself. During this interview, she spoke about the last time she saw Harmony. In this interview, she told us that 2 days after Thanksgiving 2019, which would have been November 30th of 2019, Adam had taken her to work, which she said was 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. shift at Dunkin' Donuts on Eddy Road in Manchester. She said that while Adam was dropping her off, he said he was bringing Harmony to Harmony's mom, and he was going to meet Harmony's mom and bring Harmony to stay with her. Kayla said that later that day, Adam picked her up and he no longer had Harmony. He said he had just dropped Harmony off. Kayla said she assumed Adam dropped Harmony off in Massachusetts, as that is where Crystal was living at the time. Detectives were concerned about Kayla's account that Adam claimed he was bringing Harmony to Crystal, especially because Crystal outright denied ever taking custody of Harmony from Adam at that time, or ever seeing Harmony following that video chat in April of 2019. The investigation revealed that in November of 2019, Crystal lived at 39 Chapel Street in Lowell, Maine, with her boyfriend, Joseph Eckert. On December 31st, 2021, Joseph was interviewed and he confirmed that he was living with Crystal in 2019 and Harmony was not with Crystal at all from October 2019 to present. In fact, Joseph stated that he has never met Harmony in person. A review of DCYF involvements indicated that social workers had not viewed Harmony since October 1st of 2019 during a home visit with Adam Montgomery in New Hampshire. So why was DCF involved with him? Did he get in trouble too? No, Big Tuna is not. Hey, shits and giggles. We're reading about Harmony Montgomery right now. Not only have family members not seen Harmony since 2019, DCYF contacted the Manchester School District on September 10th of 2021. A representative from the school district stated that Harmony was not registered in the district. A family court order relocating and protective supervision of Harmony Montgomery. So locating and protective supervision of Harmony Montgomery. On December 31st of 2021, the Ninth Circuit Family Division, Manchester granted protective supervision of Harmony to DCYF from Adam via a juvenile abuse neglect ex parte order. So that's an order they made without him present. That's what ex parte means. I know that because of my protective order against you-know-who. At the time of the order, Adam had been Harmony's sole custodian. The order states specifically that Adam was ordered to cooperate with the Manchester Police Department and assist with locating Harmony. Detective Riley served Adam with that order on the afternoon of December 31st of 2021 at approximately 16:10 hours, 4:10 in the afternoon. However, Adam refused to provide right? No, that would be 2:10 in the afternoon. Sorry. No, 4:10 in the afternoon. God, what the hell? 4:10 in the afternoon. However, Adam refused to provide any information on the whereabouts of Harmony. When handed the order by detectives and told that he had to provide information on Harmony's whereabouts, Adam said, "Either arrest me or I'm leaving," and refused to answer additional questions. Adam was arrested on charges related to Harmony on January 1st or January 4th of 2022. So 5 days later, he got his wish and was arrested and was formally charged and arraigned on January 5th of 2022. These charges consist of second-degree assault for an incident in 2019 of July, interference with custody, and 2 charges of endangering the welfare of a child. He has been detained at Hillsborough County House of Corrections since that date. So January of 2022, he's been in jail ever since, but for other charges. Interference with custody, 2 charges of endangering the welfare of a child. Kayla Montgomery's grand jury testimony. Hey, Robin. Both parents had a history. They placed her back with him, but didn't follow up afterward. I think that's why they were still involved. Oh, okay. So on May 20th of 2022, Kayla Montgomery testified before the grand jury for Hillsborough County Northern District as part of the grand jury's investigation into the disappearance of Harmony Montgomery. Wow, that was a long sentence. Kayla was under oath for her testimony. During her testimony, Kayla was asked about the last time she saw Harmony. She stated, in sum, that it was 2 days after Thanksgiving 2019, which would have been November 30th of 2019, when Adam dropped her off to work her 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. shift at Dunkin' Donuts in Goffstown. Harmony was in the car, and Adam said he was bringing Harmony to her mother. When Adam picked Kayla up a little after 2 p.m., Harmony was no longer with Adam, and Adam said he brought Harmony to Harmony's mom. At this time, Kayla said she never saw Harmony after that, and she didn't know what happened to Harmony. Investigators researched Kayla's claim about the location and shift she was working 2 days after Thanksgiving of 2019, which was November 30th of 2019. All Dunkin' Donuts locations in Goffstown confirmed that Kayla was not working there on November 30th of 2019. Records obtained from New Hampshire Employment Security showed that the only employer who paid Kayla in November of 2019 was a Dunkin' Donuts in Hooksett, New Hampshire, and that Dunkin' Donuts store confirmed that Kayla was fired from that location on November 23rd of 2019. As a result, an arrest warrant was obtained for Kayla for 2 charges of perjury. Wow. See? She knows something. She's with quarters at my local. Oh, that's so cute. Shits and giggles. Yes, Rhiannon. If you look at my reading today, that I uploaded to, or I went live for a second to. Well, first it said, the reading says, I need to edit it so people know. But it says that it's a reading for Dre McCrae, that situation. But at the end, like after that reading, we do one on Adam Montgomery. And I got that from the reading, I got Kayla was the main person, like the main one in all this. And I didn't even know who Kayla was. I didn't know he even had, I don't know this case very well. I just got that. Yeah, there was 2 people involved. And it was all due to jealousy. She was a freaking crazy lunatic who didn't want a child by another woman in her household. Another woman that was with her man. So Harmony was treated very poorly by both of them. It's so sad. Thank you, Reapers. Oh, big tuna. He got rub on tats. That's funny. Okay, Kayla was arrested on perjury charges on June 3rd of 2022. On that same day, Kayla participated in a proffer interview at Manchester Police Department. Her attorney was present for the interview. So here's Kayla Montgomery's first proffer interview. I've never heard that word before. During the proffer interview, Kayla admitted she had lied during her grand jury testimony. She stated that she had information related to Harmony Montgomery. Kayla stated that the family, herself, Adam, Harmony, SM, and DM, were evicted. That the family was evicted from where they were living on Guildford Street in Manchester the day before Thanksgiving of 2019. Oh, so that's why she didn't want to be around 2 days after Thanksgiving, because it's starting to look like it was November 30th was the day. So, which would have been November 27th, 2019. Kayla said that after that, they were living in their vehicle, which we know to be a Chrysler Sebring. During their time living out of the vehicle, they stayed in the parking lot of Colonial Village on River Road in Manchester, where their friend Anthony Badero lived. Kayla stated that from Thanksgiving up till the beginning of September, Badera saw Harmony and the other 2 boys and would wave at them. She also stated that Badera brought them Thanksgiving leftovers while they were in that Sebring, and that he saw Harmony at the time and he and Harmony waved at each other. Kayla stated that on the day that the Chrysler Sebring broke down, known to be December 7th, 2019, as discussed in further detail below, Adam Montgomery struck Harmony, which caused her death. Kayla stated on the day that the Sebring broke down, on December 7th, 2019, Adam Montgomery struck Harmony, which caused her death. Kayla stated that while living in the vehicle together, Adam was extremely upset that 5-year-old Harmony was not saying when she needed to go to the bathroom and was having accidents in the car. Kayla stated that after each accident, Adam would get upset and would strike Harmony in the face and head with a closed fist. Oh my God. This is horrible. Kayla stated that on December 7th, 2019, prior to the vehicle breaking down, Adam struck Harmony in the face head on 3 separate occasions because she had a bathroom accident. Three times in one day? Is that what Adam struck? Is this all supposed to be one day? Adam struck Harmony in the face head on 3 separate occasions because she had a bathroom accident. This happened while Adam was driving the vehicle. Kayla described that Harmony was in the rear seat of the passenger side, and while Adam was driving, he turned his body and delivered sets of 3 to 4 blows with a closed fist to Harmony's face and head on 3 separate occasions over the course of a few minutes. Kayla stated that after the final blow, Adam said words to the effect of that he felt something or heard something when he hit Harmony and said, "I think I really hurt her this time. I think I did something." Harmony began making a moaning type noise, which went on for roughly 5 minutes and then stopped. At no time did anyone stop or get Harmony medical attention as a result of this assault. Kayla said this happened in the morning while the family was on their way to the Burger King on Route 3 in Manchester, and afterwards the family returned to the parking lot of Colonial Village Apartments. The family stayed at the Colonial Village for approximately 20 minutes, during which time no one checked on Harmony. Kayla cannot recall exactly what they did during this 20-minute time period. Probably tried to decide what they were going to do with her. This is crazy. Right? That's true, Rhiannon. It gets worse than this. Proffer is when you tell someone what evidence you have against them and give them a chance to agree to it or confess. Oh. So I heard someone call his dog Coralea. Coincidence? He was a troll before we knew about trolls. We were still putting people in the corner. So funny to me. True crime rap star. Sorry, off topic. What? If it gets super bad, like, I may not keep reading it if it gets really gross or something. We'll have to, so if it really gets as bad as you guys are saying, I don't know if I'm going to be able to read it all, but let's see here. Kayla said that after approximately 20 minutes, the family left the Colonial Village Apartments, and shortly thereafter, their car broke down. Kayla said that she thought the car died at probably 8 or 9 a.m. According to Manchester Police Department records, the car was broken down at the intersection of Elm Street and Webster Street at approximately 12:11 p.m. on December 7th, 2019. Kayla said it was at that time that she and Adam discovered that Harmony was not breathing and was deceased. Wow. Kayla stated that Adam went to the trunk of the vehicle, removed clothing from a black and red Under Armour duffel bag, and placed the lifeless body of Harmony into the bag. Kayla stated at no point did either of them have any conversation about getting any type of life-saving measures for Harmony, and that Adam simply put Harmony's dead body in the bag and walked it back to the parking lot of the Colonial Village Apartments. Kayla indicated that once back at Colonial Village, Badera drove them from the apartment complex back to the vehicle to collect their belongings before the vehicle was towed. Kayla said that Badera then allowed them to stay in his Audi parked in the parking lot for 2 or 3 days over the weekend. Said in a second Proffer interview conducted on June 23rd, 2022, Kayla said that during this approximately 20-minute time period, Adam had her get a bag of heroin fentanyl from Badero. She and Adam then used some of that heroin fentanyl before leaving the Colonial Village parking lot. Kayla stated that while they were staying in Badero's Audi after Harmony's death, Adam was keeping the bag with Harmony's body inside of the trunk of the vehicle, but also would leave it out on the snow to stop the decomposition of the body from happening. Wow. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. Yeah, he's not going to last in prison. I mean, because they don't like people who hurt children, and you know, a lot of people in prison are just good people who did something really bad. Sometimes things can happen. I was actually talking to somebody about that earlier. Sometimes things can happen in a split moment that changes your life forever. And I'm not talking this. This is not a split moment. They had plenty of time to. No. This is not. He didn't snap or anything. He freaking hit her 3 times at the very least. There's no excuse. Like, this dude, this is really gross. Yeah, there is something to do with that fridge, Marlene. I thought so too. I thought I remember the fridge being talked about, and I thought that they found her DNA in that fridge. There is a lot of evil people in prison too. But the people who there's people in there that are in there for like drug charges or whatever, for possession, dealing, stuff like that, who they don't get to see their kids, and then you have somebody like this come in who just, yeah, they don't like these people. He'll have to be separated. He'll probably have to go in some type of solitary. Because he's going to be a target. Jane. He had bragged about giving her a black eye. I can text Fred at jail. I haven't even looked how to contact Fred yet, but I could try to email him. I don't know what type of access they have there in Hawkins. Is it? Yeah, it's Hawkins. I was thinking, is it Hawkins or Sullivan? I know you can email Laura. Yeah, so Laura does have a dog out there that she needs a home for, once again. So it looks like Anthony Badero grand jury testimony here. On March 21st of 2022, Anthony Badero testified before the grand jury for Hillsborough County, North District, as part of the grand jury's investigation into the disappearance of Harmony Montgomery. During his testimony, Badero stated that after the Montgomery family was evicted, he allowed them to stay in his car, an Audi, for 2 days. He said he believed it was the weekend immediately after Thanksgiving, which would have been approximately November 30th and December 1st of 2019, and he testified that he brought Thanksgiving leftovers to the car for them to eat. Bodera testified that he did not see Harmony in the Audi, that it was only Adam, Kayla, and the two younger boys. Bodera testified that he never bothered to ask where Harmony was. Didn't they have 3 kids? Didn't Adam and Kayla have 3 kids? I'm not including Harmony, but exactly, Marlene. A lot of lifers, what they have to lose. Oh, I wouldn't feel bad about that, Jane, when we're talking about somebody who hurts children like this, a child that has their whole life ahead of them. A baby after Harmony died. Well, she had been trying to get a hold of Harmony, Dee Dee, and with no luck, I guess. And they kept hiding out. The mom we read that earlier where the mom was saying that she had been trying to get a hold of them, trying to, find Harmony because she hadn't heard from her since Easter of 2019. But Adam, Kayla kept blocking her from all social media, their phones, everything. Any way to contact them was blocked. It had blocked the mother. Bodera testified that he never bothered to ask where Harmony was. Bodera testified that the only 2 times he ever saw Harmony were back in August and September of 2019. Bodera testified that when the Montgomerys left the Audi after 2 days, they stayed there, that he believed Kayla said she was going to her mother's. In his grand jury testimony, Bodera testified that he only let the Montgomery family stay in his Audi for 2 days, but he was not aware of whether the Montgomery family was possibly living in a different car in the parking lot to his apartment building for additional days. Bodera said that they could have stayed in their own car, the Chrysler Sebring, before it got messed up. Bodera explained that he was aware that after the Montgomerys got evicted, they had a gray Chrysler, but that they didn't have the car anymore when they arrived to stay in his Audi. He said that when they arrived to stay in the Audi, they were dropped off by some friends of theirs who was a girl, and that they didn't have anything other than the 2 boys and formula for the baby and diapers. Oh, there was a baby. Bodera said that they didn't have anything else, not even bags of clothes. He said that when they arrived to stay in the Audi, they were dropped off by a friend of theirs who was a girl, and that they didn't have anything other than the 2 boys and formula for the baby and diapers. And they didn't have anything else, not even clothes. Yeah, it's a different. It's a dog, a different pit bull that was supposedly dropped off and that she somehow acquired. It's a blue pit bull, I guess, that she said is like skin and bones. And she said she doesn't have any dog food out there, so. Donna Dimmer's grand jury testimony. On May 20th, 2022, Badero's girlfriend, Donna Dimmers, also testified before the grand jury for Hillsborough County Northern District. She testified that the only time she saw Harmony was September of 2019, together with Badero. She testified about the Thanksgiving leftovers being fresh, and she believed Badero gave them to the Montgomerys either on Thanksgiving Day, 2019, or the next day. She testified that she had a brief opportunity to look inside the car the Montgomerys were in, which she said was Badero's car, the Audi, and that she only saw 2 younger children in the car, not Harmony. Demers was confident that Harmony was not in the car. Anthony Badero's proffer interview. On September 22nd of 2022, a proffer interview was conducted with Anthony Badero. Also present was Senior Assistant Attorney General Jesse O'Neill, Detective Max Rahill, Deputy Tufts of the U.S. Marshals, Badero's attorney, Ashley Sheehan, and myself. Badero indicated that he had met Adam Montgomery through Kayla in 2019. He admitted he did provide crack and fentanyl to the Montgomerys. Badero said he would buy the Montgomerys food stamps off of them prior to them staying in his vehicle and after they stayed in his vehicle. Badero stated that after Thanksgiving of 2019, the Montgomerys came to him with just their 2 boys and no Harmony and asked if they could stay with them due to them being evicted and their car breaking down. Badero did not recall how the Montgomerys arrived at his home. Badero stated they arrived with few belongings and recalled a trash bag. Badero offered them his Audi to sleep, which was parked in the rear of the Colonial Village apartment building located at 21 West River Drive in Manchester, New Hampshire. Badero was unclear on the timing, at first saying it was the weekend after Thanksgiving, but then when confronted with information that the Montgomerys still had their own car at that point, he agreed that it may have been the following weekend, December 7th and December 8th. He said he provided them Thanksgiving leftovers, which would have been older leftovers if it was the following weekend, and pizza. Badero repeatedly denied seeing Harmony and stated he only knew that the family had been staying in the parking lot for 2 nights in his Audi. When confronted with the statement Kayla made about seeing him seeing Harmony every day from Thanksgiving to the beginning of December and waving to Harmony and the 2 boys in the car, Badero stated she was lying. I questioned Badero about helping the Montgomerys retrieve belongings from the car when it broke down at Webster Street and Elm Street, and he said he did not remember that happening. Donna Dimmers, so proffer interview. After Badero concluded, a proffer interview was conducted with his girlfriend, Donna Dimmers, with her attorney, Dan Duckett, present. Dimmers stated she only stayed at Badero's part-time and that she primarily resided with her parents in Derry, New Hampshire. Dimmers recalled that Montgomery's arriving at the Badero's apartment and that they appeared stressed and mostly concerned with getting drugs. Dimmers recalled them carrying duffel bags and trash bags. And when asked if there was any color to the duffel bag, she said she believed there was, but could not recall any details. Dimmers was not aware if Badero had helped the family retrieve any of their belongings from their vehicle, which had broken down. Dimmers remembered Adam, Kayla, and their 2 boys arriving, but was adamant she never saw Harmony. Dimmers recalled bringing fresh Thanksgiving leftovers, possibly the day after Thanksgiving, to the Montgomerys when they were living out of their car. She initially recalled that Montgomerys were living out of the Audi at the time, but when confronted with information that Montgomerys still had their own car that weekend, the November 30th and December 1st, Dimmers admitted that she may not be remembering the car correctly. Dimmers stated that when she brought the Thanksgiving leftovers, there were 2 kids jumping around in the back seat, and she did not see Harmony in the car. At the time, SM was approximately 2.5 years old, and DM was approximately 10 months old. It is extremely unlikely that a 10-month-old would be jumping around, and therefore investigators believe that Dimmers may have seen Harmony without realizing it was her. Facebook and Google search warrants. You guys are funny. I mean, I absolutely can't, but I know some people I could ask. But also, Sullivan County does have no kill shelter. So does Washington County and town of Irwin. You have a needy husband? Oh, God. I know, right? I can't take. Can you imagine my landlord would put, heck to no. And no, I don't want a huge dog. I'm not. Mm-mm. I'm lucky with the dog I have. And this little pup that's here is super cute. I mean, he's amazing, but I don't connect to a lot of dogs. It's okay. So, continued here. Facebook and Google search warrants. During the investigation, search warrants were obtained for Facebook and Google records relevant to the time period of late November, early December of 2019. Location data from the Google was consistent with the Montgomerys staying in the Colonial Village parking lot from approximately November 27th, 2019 through December 8th of 2019, which corroborates Kayla's account of the time period they stayed there. In addition, another witness interviewed during the investigation, Kimberly Frayne, recalled personally interacting with the Montgomerys while they were staying in the Audi in the Colonial Village parking lot during the overnight hours of December 7th into December 8th of 2019. Frayne went to help the Montgomerys because the Audi had died and Kayla was worried the family was in danger from the cold. The Audi had died and Kayla was worried the family was in danger from the cold. Frayne said that she did not see Harmony at the time, and it was only Adam, Kayla, and the two boys. Facebook messages exchanged between Matt Gendron and Kayla Montgomery also confirmed this date and time frame, showing Kayla reaching out to Gendron about the Audi having died and being concerned about the cold. December 7th and 8th, 2019 would have been the weekend following that weekend after Thanksgiving. In other words, 1 week after the weekend Bodero testified that he believed the Montgomery stayed in his Audi. This corroborates Kayla's time frame of when they stayed in Bodero's Audi. So interviews of Courtney O'Brien and Matt Garcia. On January 5th of 2022, investigators spoke with Courtney O'Brien, who said her husband, Matt Garcia, had known Adam their entire life. She also said that Adam used to work for her. She related how she and Garcia had seen Adam, Kayla, Harmony, and the two boys Thanksgiving night of 2019, and that the family was living out of the Sebring at the time. O'Brien also recalled a conversation she had with Adam sometime between approximately December 2019 and January 2020, which Adam said Harmony was with her. When Adam said Harmony was with her, with Harmony's mom, that it happened really fast and Harmony wouldn't stop peeing her pants and she was better off with her mom. What? So O'Brien also recalled a conversation she had with Adam sometime between approximately December 2019 and January 2020, in which Adam said Harmony was with her mom, that it happened really fast and Harmony wouldn't stop peeing her pants and she was better off with her mom. Wow. Let's see here. People do drop pets off around here, especially in the country. I recently had to turn a kitten over to Washington County that I literally watched get set out of a car while I was letting my dogs. Wow. Okay, that's fine, Smokey. Yeah, you can contact me there. Yeah. Okay. On January 5th, 2022, investigators also spoke with Matt Garcia. Separately from Courtney O'Brien, Garcia explained that he and Adam met when he was 14 years old. He considered Adam to be a friend. Garcia said that the only time he saw Harmony was on Thanksgiving 2019 when Adam, Kayla, and the kids were living in a car. Garcia told investigators about a phone call he had with Adam on December 31st, 2021, which was after news broke that Harmony was missing. Garcia said he asked Adam about the news regarding Harmony, and Adam said he had talked to police that morning. Adam told Garcia he didn't know why police were bothering him and that he gave Harmony back to her mom after Garcia had been seen her on Thanksgiving. Garcia said, Adam said, he goes, the kid wouldn't stop pissing and shitting everywhere. She was driving me nuts. We were living in the car, so I had her mom come and get her. Garcia elaborated, speaking as if he was adamant that Harmony was having her accidents everywhere, all the time, every 5 minutes. We were living in a car. I couldn't take it. I had to give her to her mom. It's probably because she probably had a nervous habit because of what he was doing to her. That's so sad. The information from O'Brien and Garcia is consistent with Kayla's information that Adam would get upset with Harmony over her bathroom accidents and eventually killed her due to having a bathroom accident in the car. Finding Harmony Montgomery's DNA in the Sebring. Investigators located the Sebring at the Montgomery family lived in after being evicted from 77 Guilford Street, and in which Harmony was killed. This vehicle was the subject of a call for service at approximately 12:11 p.m. on December 7, 2019 at the intersection of Webster and Elm Street in Manchester. This is consistent with Kayla's statement in her June 3rd, 2022 proffer interview that Adam killed Harmony on the day their Sebring broke down. Tow documents show that the tow company was on scene to tow the Sebring from approximately 12:52 to 1:39 p.m. The Sebring was thereafter treated as an abandoned vehicle, and an abandoned vehicle tracking report created by Auto City Collision Repair Center for the Sebring noted that later on December 16, 2019, there was no power to the dash in an attempt to jumpstart the Sebring, resulting in the car immediately starting to smoke. The Sebring was eventually sold to Hebert's Used Auto Parts in Goffstown, New Hampshire on or about January 29th, 2020, where it was located by Manchester detectives on approximately January 1st, 2022. The manager of Hebert's Used Auto Parts consented to the seizure and search of the Sebring by Manchester detectives. When the Sebring was searched inside the vehicle, investigator located a pink Trolls electric toothbrush, which was assigned property number JMT7. This toothbrush was submitted to the New Hampshire State Police Forensic Laboratory for potential DNA analysis. A buccal swab was taken from Crystal Sorey by consent and was also submitted to the state lab for comparison purposes. Upon completion of the analysis, Katie L. Swango, PhD and criminalist at the state lab, issued a report dated January 19th, 2022, where she wrote, the DNA obtained from the toothbrush is from the biological female. Okay, let's keep going. Movements of Harmony Montgomery's body by Adam Montgomery. Harmony's body moved to Kayla's mother's residence on Dubuque Street. I tried to get a hold of Lucky Lou. I'm trying to get a hold of her. Actually, I think I have a phone number for her that I'll try after this. I have a number to somebody who's wanting the pit bull. Or was wanting. I don't know which one they saw out there. I don't know if she had that blue pit when Chasing and them were out there or not. I'm not sure which one they saw. There's also a black one. The black one she's wanting to keep, though. So, okay, so Harmony's body being moved to Kayla's mother's residence on Dubuque Street. In her June 3rd, 2022 proffer, Kayla explained how Harmony's body was moved to various locations over the course of the next several months. What the? Oh my God, are you serious? She stated that after living in Bodero's Audi in the Colonial Village parking lot, that they then moved in with her mother, Christina Lubin, and her mother's boyfriend, John Gallion, at 258 Dubuque Street, Manchester, New Hampshire. Kayla said that when they arrived at the residence, Harmony's body was still in a duffel bag, was placed inside of a red cooler with a white top in the common hallway of the apartment building. She stated the body was left there the whole time the family stayed there until the end of December of 2019. What the hell? That is so messed up, dude. How are you going to carry around? Yeah, that is crazy. On February 18, 2022, Lubin testified before the grand jury for Hillsborough County, Northern District. During her testimony, she explained that in December of 2019, Adam, Kayla, SM, and DM moved in to live with her for about 2 or 3 weeks, and they left on December 30th or 31st. Lubin said they did not have Harmony with them, and Kayla told her that Harmony had gone back to live with her mother at a rehab facility in Massachusetts. Lubin testified that during that time frame of December 2019, she was not aware of Adam or Kayla making any effort to get in touch with Harmony or Sori. She also testified that in that time frame, she did not see Adam or Kayla cry about not having Harmony. After Kayla's proffer interview, I traveled to 258 Dubuque Street and obtained a consent to search from Lubin and Gallion. I explained to Lubin that I needed to obtain a red cooler with a white lid. Lubin stated that the cooler had been in her bedroom closet for close to 2 years. I asked her if the cooler had previously been in the common hallway, and she confirmed it was. Lubin and Gallion consented to the search and seizure of the cooler pictured below. The cooler was submitted to the state lab for processing. According to reports received from the state lab, the results of the screening test performed on samples from the cooler were negative for the presence of blood. In addition, no suitable areas of friction ridge detail were developed on the cooler. No suitable areas of friction ridge. How big is that cooler? Looks small. I don't know. That's gross, though, and weird and just horrible. Oh, my God. Here we go. Harmony's body moved to families in transition shelter on Lake Avenue. I know. Poor Harmony had no chance with these people. Honestly, too much. I go back and forth between listening and zooming out for a few, then back to listening. I know, right? I'm curious too, Jane. Don't. Maybe the hallway was outside. They could have been caught or here or there or here. It's unreal. Yeah, I know. No, nope. All right. Law enforcement previously knew, and Kayla confirmed in her June 3rd, 2022 Profer interview that after leaving her mother's house, the family, Adam, Kayla, SM, and DM, moved into a families in transition shelter at 177 Lake Avenue, Manchester, New Hampshire. This was approximately December 30th of 2019. In her Profer interview, Kayla said that the Under Armour bag with Harmony's body was brought to the families in transitional shelter as well. Kayla said that Adam placed it in the ceiling vent in the bedroom. In the ceiling vent in the bedroom. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't read that part. Oh my God. You guys can read that part if you want, real quick. Oh my God. You might need to change the resolution of your screen. If you go to the little, I'm not reading that. It is so gross and so disgusting. Kayla said Adam placed it in the ceiling vent in the bedroom. Ugh. Yeah, just read the last two sentences there. That is really horrible. That is, oh my God. There's pictures of it. What, did they find the duffel bag? Wow. On June 4th, 2022, detectives conducted a search of 177 Lake Avenue. Number 1, during the search of the apartment, detectives located a ceiling vent in the bedroom, pictured here. Detectives removed the vent in order to check the top side of the ceiling sheetrock. There, next to the opening for the ceiling vent, detectives located a large area of staining. So now at this point, it's just in this Under Armour bag. It's not even in the cooler because they left the cooler at his mom's. How could he must have cleaned it out really well to get? How did he clean? I mean, he didn't. They didn't find any type of evidence of her blood or DNA on that cooler. Therefore, next to the opening for the ceiling vent, detectives located a large area of staining. This area is directly next to the ceiling vent where Kayla Montgomery described that Adam Montgomery, oh my God, there's a picture coming up, guys, of this staining, just so you know. That Adam Montgomery put Harmony's deceased body in the Under Armour bag. Detectives noted that this area had a smell consistent with decomposition. The photo below was taken by a detective who was standing up in the ceiling vent hole after the vent was removed. The area of staining is circled. Surely they got some DNA from that, right? A large section of the ceiling sheetrock was removed and seized, which included the stain, metal framing, and the hole for the ceiling vent. The ceiling vent itself was also seized. The photo below shows the area of sheetrock and metal framing that was seized. The area of the staining is circled. So they get some forensic testing on the ceiling section here. The ceiling sheetrock with the metal framing attached, together with the vent, were submitted to the state lab for serology, DNA, and latent friction ridge fingerprint processing. In a report dated for June 10, 2022, Martin Orlowitz, criminalist at the state lab, wrote that 13 areas of friction ridge detail were developed, 6 on the metal framing attached to the sheetrock and 7 on the metal vent itself. In a report dated July 6 of 2022, criminalist Orlowitz noted that not all areas of friction ridge detail were sufficient to be identifiable, and some of the areas contained multiple impressions. In all, criminalist Orlowitz noted and analyzed 10 identifiable impressions, 9 from the metal vent and 1 from the metal framing. Criminalist Orlowitz matched all 9 of the identifiable impressions from the metal vent to Adam Montgomery, 3 to his left middle finger, 2 to his left little finger, 1 to his left ring and middle fingers, simultaneous finger impression, 1 to his left index finger, and 1 to his right index finger, and 1 to his left palm. Both Adam and Kayla Montgomery were excluded from the impression from the metal framing, so that impression was subsequently searched. What? Wait, hold on. Both Adam and Kayla Montgomery were excluded from the impression from the metal framing, so that impression was subsequently searched through multiple automated biometric identification systems databases. As a result, the impression from the metal frame was identified as the left little, ring, middle, and index simultaneous finger impressions of Yared B. Luano Mondrag. Investigators were able to confirm that the individual named Yared B. Luano Mondragon was a drywall installer who worked on the 177 Lake Avenue building. On June 9th of 2022, the state lab confirmed that serology testing on the ceiling section produced several positive samples for human fluids. The state lab attempted DNA analysis on the ceiling section, but it was not successful due to what has been explained to me as the presence of potential inhibitors, which prevented further analysis. 2 samples were cut from the area of staining and 1 from the framing, and they were sent to DNA Labs International in Florida, as was Harmony's DNA profile as obtained from the toothbrush and the Sebring. Crystal Sori's DNA profile as obtained via consent, and Adam Montgomery's DNA profiled as obtained via search warrant. When tested, one of the samples from the stain and the sample from the metal framing had an insufficient amount of DNA, and no further analysis was performed. The other sample from the stain indicated a mixture of at least 2 individuals with at least 1 male contributor. Due to the complex nature of the mixed DNA sample, it was inconclusive for comparison purposes. Subsequently, a decision was made to send the entire ceiling section to DNA Labs International with the expectation that, seeing the section, the analysis would be able to identify the best areas for testing. Prior to sending the ceiling section, the metal framing was removed. When the metal framing was removed, darker staining was observed under some of the metal framing pieces. This staining appeared to have emanated from the area of staining that was first observed, as if the cause of the first area of staining had also wicked beneath the bordering metal framing. The darker staining was thick in some areas and had a texture, and it had a scent consistent with decomposition. In addition, looking at the bottom of the metal framing that was touching the darker staining, it appeared as if the darker staining had adhered to the metal framing as well. The two pictures below show the darker staining under the metal framing. The first picture shows a large part of the original ceiling section that was seized. The area of staining that was first observed is circled, and the locations where the original two samples were cut can be seen in the circle. The dark staining discovered under the metal framing runs horizontally from the top of the circled area. The second picture shows a closer view of the dark staining. The texture can be observed, as can the apparent transfer of the stain onto the metal framing. So I guess these two areas. The ceiling section and removed metal framing were submitted to DNA Labs International for testing on August 4, 2022. Forensic DNA analyst Alan Ackroyd Azales of DNA Labs International issued a report of the analysis of the ceiling sheetrock. The report notes that two samples were collected from the sheetrock, which were then combined into one sample. The DNA profile obtained from the sample indicated at least one female contributor and was interpreted as two contributors, the report noted. The DNA profile obtained from the sample is approximately 4.1 billion times more probable if the sample originated from... Okay, wait, hold on. The DNA profile obtained from the sample is approximately 1.4 billion times more probable if the sample originated from Harmony Montgomery and an unknown person than if it originated from two unknown persons. This analysis provides very strong support for the proposition that Harmony Montgomery is a contributor to the DNA profile obtained from the sample. The report also notes limited support for the proposition that Crystal Sorey and Adam Montgomery are not contributors to the DNA profile obtained from the sample. Despite her remains not being found, we know that Harmony is now the most loving and safest of arms, free from any pain or suffering, which is a huge comfort and blessing. That's true. Really? Your ears can start ringing when people are talking about you? I mean, I've heard that, but as like just a kind of joke thing. Further testing was performed on the ceiling sheetrock, and a date reported September 14, 2022. Forensic DNA analysis Ackroyd Azales noted that another sample was taken from the sheetrock, which indicated a mixture of at least two individuals. Harmony Montgomery, Crystal Sorey, and Adam Montgomery could not be ruled out as possible contributors to the mixed DNA profile, the report noted. The DNA profile obtained from the sample is approximately 1.1 trillion times more probable if the sample originated from Harmony Montgomery and one unknown person than if it originated from two unknown persons. This analysis provides very strong support for the proposition that Harmony Montgomery is a contributor to the DNA profile obtained from the sample. The DNA profile obtained from the sample is approximately 1.5 times more probable if the sample originated from Crystal Sorey and one unknown person than if it originated from two unknown persons. Therefore, the strength of support for either proposition could not be determined, as the likelihood ratio is uninformative. The DNA profile obtained from the sample is approximately 69 times more probable if the sample originated from two unknown persons than it is if it originated from Adam Montgomery and one unknown one unknown person. This analysis provides limited support for the proposition that Adam Montgomery is not a This analysis provides limited support for the proposition that Adam Montgomery is not a contributor to the DNA profile obtained from the sample. Testing was also performed on the two of the metal framing pieces. One of the metal framing pieces had an insufficient amount of DNA, and no further analysis was performed. A sample from the other metal framing piece provided a DNA profile of at least one contributor. Harmony Montgomery could not be ruled out as a possible contributor to the profile. Crystal Surrey and Adam Montgomery were excluded as contributors to the profile. The DNA profile obtained from the sample is approximately 1.4 trillion times more probable if the sample originated from Harmony Montgomery than if it originated from an unknown person. On June 23, 2022, Kayla participated in the second PROFER interview. During her June 23, 2022 PROFER interview, she described a time when a maintenance worker came to check the vent in their unit at the FIT shelter after a complaint from another resident who Kayla identified as Paula from apartment 5. Kayla said that once people at FIT started saying they could smell something, Adam took the Under Armour bag containing Harmony's body, which was inside of a trash bag, from the ceiling, put it all inside of another trash bag, and then replaced it in the ceiling. Kayla said that once maintenance was called to check the vent, Adam put the trash bags, Under Armour bag, and Harmony's body into the closet. Kayla stated that when maintenance checked the vent, they said it must have been a dead animal or something because they didn't see anything up there. Paula was identified as Paula Maldonado Febres. On July 28, 2022, I spoke with Maldonado via telephone. Maldonado, I'm going to just say Paula, said that Adam, Kayla, and their 2 kids moved into the FIT shelter about 2 to 3 weeks after she moved in. She recalled Adam one time bringing up his daughter, and when asked where his daughter was, he said she was with his mother, Harmony's grandmother. I asked her about a complaint that the Montgomery's apartment smelled, and she said it was her friend Mandy who made the complaint. When she stated Mandy dropped off some clothes for the newborn and noted the apartment smelled. Paula stated that Mandy was now deceased. I believe Mandy to be Amanda Crosby, who Kayla identified as being a female who lived at the shelter who is now deceased. On June 4th, 2022, I received a copy of maintenance reports for 177 Lake Avenue. One report stated that on February 5th, 2020, while the Montgomerys were still resided in apartment 1, the residents of apartment 2 noted that there was a slight odor when they turned on the heat. In addition, on February 21st, 2020, there was a report of a weird smell coming from the vents inside apartment 1, which was requested to be looked at. This was the same unit where Adam and Kayla had lived, and it was made just after they moved out. Harmony's body was moved again to Union Street. Wow. Hey, crazy girl oddities. In Kayla's first PROFER interview on June 3rd, 2022, she had stated that after living at 177 Lake Avenue, they, Adam, Kayla, SM, and DM, moved to an apartment at 644 Union Street in Manchester. Police were previously in possession of a lease agreement that was apparently signed by Adam and Kayla Montgomery on February 20th, 2020, for themselves and 2 children to lease to 644 Union Street, second floor apartment number 2. Kayla said that when they moved to the apartment at 644 Union Street, they brought Harmony's body with them. She said that Adam put the Under Armour duffel bag with Harmony's body, which was inside 1 or 2 trash bags, into a plastic bin storage container, which was then pushed on a stroller from 177 Lake Avenue over to 644 Union Street. Kayla said that Adam first placed the plastic bin storage container into a closet in the bedroom of 644 Union Street, number 2. Kayla said that Adam then at one point took the Under Armour bag out of the plastic bin storage container, and that Under Armour bag was leaking. Oh my God. Kayla said Adam put another trash bag around the Under Armour bag and placed it into the refrigerator of 644 Union Street. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, deep breaths, right? Harmony's body is moved into CMC maternity bag. Kayla stated that at some point after Harmony's body was in the refrigerator, Adam transferred Harmony's body from the Under Armour duffel bag into a new bag. Oh my God, dude. This is really bad. This is really disgusting and demented and just so messed up. Kayla stated that this happened in the bathroom. Kayla stated that on the day in question, Adam spent 4 to 6 hours inside of the bathroom at 644 Union Street, number 2, with the shower running. 4 to 6 hours. Kayla then described Adam as placing Harmony's dead body inside of what she described as a Catholic Medical Center maternity bag. This bag was much smaller than the Under Armour duffel bag, and it would not likely fit Harmony's body unless it was dismembered or grossly distorted. Kayla described an odor coming from the bathroom and saw steam coming from the bathroom, and Adam would open the door. Kayla recalled the scent of cleaning supplies in the bathroom when Adam had finished up. Kayla stated that afterwards, Adam placed the CMC maternity bag inside of the freezer in 644 Union Street. Number 2, she described the refrigerator freezer as a standard over-under freezer refrigerator combo. After Kayla's first proffer interview, investigators obtained an exemplar CMC maternity bag that they suspected might be the same as the one into which Harmony's body had been placed. During Kayla's second proffer interview on June 23rd, 2022, she identified the bag, shown below as being the same style as the CMC maternity bag into which Harmony's body was placed. So wait, is this the actual bag? Or is this just as being the same style? In her second proffer interview, Kayla said that Adam actually transferred Harmony's body from the duffel bag to the CMC maternity bag while they were still at 177 Lake Avenue. She said that this happened about a day or two after maintenance checked the vent in their unit, and that the bags with Harmony's body were in the closet during the 1 to 2 day time frame. Kayla said that Adam made the transfer to the CMC maternity bag in the bathroom of apartment 1, zipped the CMC maternity bag shut, and then put it in the closet. Oh my God, dude. Harmony's body moved to the Portland Pie Company's freezer on Elm Street. A common denominator? Oh, gosh. Kayla stated that she herself then brought the CMC maternity bag containing Harmony's body to Adam's place of work, Portland Pie Company restaurant on Elm Street in Manchester, while they were living at 177 Lake Avenue. This was done at Adam's request the same day Adam transferred Harmony's body into the CMC maternity bag. Kayla stated she pushed SM and DM to Portland Pie Company in a front back stroller, and the CMC maternity bag with Harmony's body was between the two boys in the stroller. What? Kayla said Adam kept the CMC maternity bag with Harmony's body in the walk-in cooler at the restaurant for a week or so. The bag was then brought to the 177 Lake Avenue before being brought to 644 Union Street when the family moved. What the fuck, dude? And speaking with former Portland Pie Company employee Cameron Gibney, he stated he had worked at the restaurant as a server, front of the house manager until about a month before the restaurant closed. It should be noted that Portland Pie Company in Manchester closed on or about March 1st of 2020. He recalled seeing the CMC bag in the cooler on a couple occasions on both the floor and shelf, but never questioned Montgomery about it since he knew he had children. Gibney described the bag as a tote with straps and stated it was possible white with red or pink. Gibney confirmed he had seen Adam Montgomery and only him handling the bag and bringing it in. On August 23rd, 2022, Gibney was shown a photograph of the CMC bag and confirmed that was the same bag he had seen in the cooler. Former Portland Pie Company employee Emily Thompson, who worked as a delivery driver, also vaguely recalled Adam tucking a bag into the cooler, but could not remember the details of it. It should be noted that Adam Montgomery worked at the restaurant as a dishwasher and cook between January 14th, 2020 and February 22nd of 2020. These witnesses corroborate what Kayla stated about her bringing Harmony's body in the CMC maternity bag to Portland Pie Company and Adam keeping the bag in the cooler there. Harmony's body repackaged in the CMC maternity bag. What the hell, dude? This, I can't believe that this girlfriend isn't getting any. Is she, I don't know what charges she has, but how, I guess she gets completely ignored since she told on her husband, even though she's probably like half responsible, if not even more than half. So Harmony's body repackaged in the CMC maternity bag. Kayla also advised in the June 23rd, 2022 proffer that she was actually in the 644 Union Street, number 2 bathroom when Adam took Harmony out of the CMC maternity bag. What the fuck? Sorry about my language. I know, right, Smokey? Kayla advised on June 23rd, 2022 proffer that she was actually in the 644 Union Street, number 2 bathroom when Adam took Harmony out of the CMC maternity bag. A photo of the bathroom follows for reference. This was taken recently and is only for size layout purposes. The personal possessions in the photo belong to a different tenant and not Adam and Kayla. Kayla stated that Adam took Harmony out of the CMC maternity bag in the 644 Union Street number 2 bathroom so that he could add lime to the CMC maternity bag to help with the decomposition of Harmony's body. Kayla explained that Adam dumped Harmony's body out of the CMC maternity bag into the shower. Oh my God. Kayla said Harmony wasn't bones. She had skin, teeth, and hair, and Kayla could still tell it was her. Kayla said Adam put about half the bag of lime or a little more into the CMC maternity bag, and she showed with her hands that the bag of lime was consistent with a 40-pound bag. Based on Kayla's description of this process, Adam had a difficult time fitting Harmony's bag back into the CMC maternity bag. Harmony's body was frozen. Kayla saw Adam run the hot water in the shower and tried squishing Harmony's flesh to thaw it and make it easier to fit into the bag. Kayla helped cut Harmony's clothes off of her body to make her fit into the bag better as well. Kayla described Adam eventually pushing and pushing on Harmony's body, and then she heard a bang. She was not able to elaborate on what this bang was. Adam also banged the CMC maternity bag on the floor while zipping it. Kayla said that she also helped zip close the CMC maternity bag. After the CMC maternity bag finally zipped shut, it went into the apartment freezer. Adam then cleaned up the bathroom with ammonia. Yeah, they should have been busted so many times. Can you imagine finding that bag in your work freezer or cooler and opening it and being like, "Oh, what's this?" Can you fucking imagine? That's true. It was just her body, but it's just it's still disrespectful, you know? What I mean, just her body, I mean, I believe that the soul leaves immediately after the body is dead. So it's just like the shell. It's just like the vessel that she was in. She's not in that anymore, but it's still like we as humans, like we relate that to her. You know, you relate the body to the person. Yeah. On June 30th, 22, Detective Ray Hill received maintenance records from Dennis Cloutier, who was the maintenance person back when Adam and Kayla lived at 644 Union Street. He is also the current maintenance worker. It should be noted that a service request was executed on February 27th, 2020 at 644 Union Street, where Adam and Kayla lived. The request reads, snake tub and fixed lever. This request was 5 days after Adam's employment ended at Portland Pie Company. U-Haul rented to dispose of Harmony's body. Kayla stated that Adam kept the CMC bag with Harmony's body inside of the freezer of 644 Union Street until sometime during the spring of 2020. She wasn't sure if it was March or May. When Adam rented a U-Haul and during the overnight hours made a trip to an unknown destination to dispose of Harmony's dead body, Kayla stated she did not know the location of where Adam dumped Harmony's body. Kayla stated that Adam returned in the morning hours, but she could not recall an exact time. Kayla stated that around the time that Adam disposed of Harmony's body, they stayed in the Econo Lodge or Comfort Inn in Manchester, New Hampshire. She said that Adam brought the CMC maternity bag with Harmony's body to the hotel and placed it in the mini refrigerator in the room. Kayla said that they were accompanied by Travis Beach and his girlfriend, who Kayla only knew as Brittany. Manchester police know Brittany to be a reference to a specific person, Brittany Bedard. Kayla recalled that Adam went to rent the U-Haul with either Travis or Brittany or both. Kayla saw the U-Haul from the hotel window, and she described it as a van with large 1999 on the back, which is consistent with the lettering numbering on a U-Haul rental vehicle. Kayla said that after the U-Haul was rented, Adam left in the middle of the night at approximately midnight or 1 a.m. Adam told her he was leaving and he would be back, and he took the CMC maternity bag. She didn't see him have anything else with him. Kayla said Adam didn't want her to know where he was going in case something like this happened. Apparently in reference to Kayla proffering this information to police. Kayla said Adam then returned at approximately 5 or 6 a.m. that same morning. When he returned, he seemed very tired, and he said words to the effect of, "It's done." Kayla said she didn't see the CMC maternity bag after that. It should be noted that in Kayla's second proffer on June 23, 2022, her statements were consistent about the U-Haul and did not materially differ from her original proffer. Corroboration of Adam Montgomery using a U-Haul to dispose of Harmony's body. Yeah, there's a lot of evidence here of they have a lot on him. I don't think if I heard this, and I would freaking convict this guy without the body. If I was a jury. I feel like there's plenty here. I think they could give her life or less time, but death for him. Both. Exactly. Around the time that Manchester Police Department began looking into the whereabouts of Harmony, the department established a 24/7 tip line so members of the public could call in with any information. On February 26, 2022, police service specialist Stratton advised that there was a call that came through the Montgomery tip line, or Harmony Montgomery tip line. PSS Stratton noted that the tip came from a phone number 603-205-5255. I called the tipster, who wanted to remain anonymous. The tipster stated that a Jenna Lee Paris and her boyfriend, Travis Beach, had come to the tipster's residence a month ago and disclosed that approximately 2 years ago, Adam Montgomery frantically asked Beach if he could rent Adam a U-Haul truck. The tipster stated that Adam did not disclose what the U-Haul truck was going to be used for, but stated that Adam asked Beach in a frantic manner to rent the vehicle. Detective Feliciano located Beach and Paris at 1361 Elm Street in the rear parking lot of the apartment building in their vehicle and attempted to interview Beach. Beach was uncooperative and stated he would not answer any questions unless it was with his attorney or probation parole officer. On March 9th, 2022, WUS Marshal Tufts and I made contact with Beach at the Hillsborough County Probation and Parole Office. I asked Beach to tell us about Adam asking for a U-Haul. Beach stated he recalled it was around wintertime of 2019, early 2020. Beach stated that he had run into Adam on the street in an area of Union Bridge at the convenience store. Adam continued to say, "I fucked up. I'm so fucked." Beach stated Adam wouldn't tell him what he meant when he said, "I fucked up. I'm so fucked." Beach stated he was with Brittany Bedard and Adam was with Kayla and their 2 boys. Beach was asked if he had ever seen Harmony, and he stated he had not. Adam asked them to rent him a U-Haul, and he recalled Brittany renting Adam a box truck from the U-Haul on South Willow Street in Manchester. Beach stated they left from there, and the next day Brittany called U-Haul to make sure Adam had returned it, and he had. Beach stated he had never heard of or seen Harmony and only knew Adam to have 2 sons. Beach stated he thought Adam and Kayla were living on the 2nd floor of an apartment on Union Street at the time of the U-Haul incident. Beach was asked if he ever knew Adam and Kayla to have a car, and he said he had never seen them with a car. Beach was asked why he hadn't been cooperative initially, and he said once he saw things in the news, he put 2 and 2 together and thought maybe it was related. As I continued to ask Beach questions, Beach then asked what I was getting at and stated he wanted an attorney. What do you guys think? You think that guy's involved with helping? I don't know. It probably wouldn't be a good idea to tell anybody else. Like if he supposedly didn't even tell his girlfriend where he's taking the body and stuff, I don't think he's going to take this guy with him. But I don't know if we can believe the girlfriend. It looks like they carried her around for so her death was around the beginning of December of 2021, and according to this, or I'm sorry, she passed December of 2019, early 2019. And so right here, Kayla states March or May 2020. So from early December 2019 to either March or May of 2020. But they're probably going to say, I'm sure they found records for this U-Haul. And if we can, once we figure out what the U-Haul, when it was exactly rented, then we're going to know how long they were going around with his body. But for several months. On April 20th, 2022, Detective Rahill and I interviewed Bobby Johnson, an inmate at the Hillsborough County House of Corrections who wished to speak with us about the Harmony Montgomery investigation, specifically in regards to Travis Beach. Johnson had known Beach for 7 to 8 years. Johnson stated that he had a conversation with Beach a few weeks prior at the end of March or beginning of April 2022. Johnson stated they were at a drug house, getting high and smoking crack. Beach stated that he had something to tell Johnson that was eating him up. Beach stated that Adam Montgomery was one of his best friends. Johnson stated that also present at the time was Beach's girlfriend, Janelle Paris. Beach stated that Adam called him and came over to his place, and Adam said he fucked up, that he did wrong and needed his help. Johnson stated Beach's girlfriend then stopped him from saying anything further to Johnson about Adam's statements. Johnson said the tone of the conversation was that Beach was going to say that Adam killed the child and disposed of the baby, or of the body, killed the child and disposed of the body. He said that Beach was saying Adam was asking him for a few days to help him get rid of stuff. He stated Beach was saying Adam was asking him for a few days to help him get rid of stuff. Beach stated they drove around the county for the next few days getting rid of stuff. Johnson said that Beach never mentioned body parts, but that it was stuff wrapped in plastic or plastic bags. My God. He spread her body everywhere. I know, right, Candace? It sounds like he freaking spread her body everywhere. Johnson also mentioned Adam asking for tools and supplies, included blankets and tarps from Beach. Ginelli told Beach not to talk further about it because it could get him in trouble. Johnson felt that Beach was trying to get it off his chest. Beach also stated to him that the police had been looking for him to ask him information. I asked him who else was there during the conversation. He stated just Beach, Ginelli, and himself. Johnson added that he believed Beach mentioned the west side of Manchester as areas they went and possibly a street starting with the letter C. Johnson also believed Beach was driving when all this happened. On April 21st, 2022, Detective Ray Hill and I interviewed Travis Beach at the New Hampshire State Prison with his probation officer, Officer Wright. Beach stated that Adam Montgomery requested that Beach rent a U-Haul for him. Beach did not have a license, so he used Brittany to rent the U-Haul for him. Beach stated that Adam and Kayla were picked up from the Orange Street, Union Street area. He said that they had children with them, but only 2 children. Beach believed that the weather was starting to get warm, but there was snow on the ground, and that this was potentially inside a February-March 2020 timeframe. Beach stated that he was staying at the Comfort Inn around this time and that Adam and Kayla were staying at the Econo Lodge. He advised that during this time, when Adam was requesting a U-Haul, Adam approached Beach stating that he fucked up. He believed this to be after U-Haul was rented. Adam never told Beach what he needed the U-Haul for, and Beach never asked. Beach advised that Adam told him that he was having problems with DCYF during this time and that was why they were staying at the Econo Lodge. Prior to the interview concluding, Beach signed a consent to search for his Facebook account after saying he and Adam had used the platform to communicate. Beach provided us with his login information and preservation was completed for his account, which was identified as Facebook account TD Beach 618. After the preservation was completed, I attempted to log into the account, but the login information did not work. In her June 3rd, 2022 proffer, Kayla explained that the reason why she initially said that the last time she had saw Harmony was when Adam dropped her off to work at Dunkin' Donuts was because Adam had told her to say that time frame and to say that Adam was returning Harmony to Harmony's mother. She said in essence that Adam told her she wouldn't get in trouble if she just stuck to this story. Why staying in hotels? Well, you just said, according in this affidavit, it said that he told a friend he was staying in hotels because the Department of Children and Services were looking for him. On June 9th, 2022, Detective Ray Hill and I conducted a voluntary interview with Nicole Giles, a former tenant of the 177 Lake Avenue, Manchester, New Hampshire. Giles lived at the address during the time period when Adam and Kayla Montgomery were residents there and was an associate of theirs. Giles remembered going to the Econo Lodge to see Kayla and Adam during the time when Kayla and Adam were living at 644 Union Street. She advised that she did not go into the hotel room, but believed she dropped something off to them. She also believed that this was odd that they were renting a hotel while they also had an apartment in the city. Okay, interview of Brittany Bedard. On June 27, 2022, Detective Ray Hill, Deputy Tufts of the U.S. Marshals Service, and I were in Daytona Beach, Florida to try to locate Brittany Bedard. With the assistance of the Daytona Beach Police Department, Bedard was located and she agreed to a voluntary interview. We explained to Bedard why we wanted to speak with her. Bedard remembered going to Adam and Kayla's located at 644 Union Street and playing with one of their children. She was able to pull up a photo she took during the time on her cell phone. The photo was time-stamped at 6:02 on March 1st of 2020. Okay, so it looks like it was March that they were carrying the body around till March of 2020. Metadata associated with the photo showed a GPS location of 644 Union Street. Bedard also provided us with her email address at the time. Bedard believed that around that time frame, she had rented a hotel room at the Econo Lodge. She stated that she believed that she tried to rent a room at the Comfort Inn first, but did not end up renting it due to having to put down a large deposit on the room. She believed that she was refunded for the room and that they went to the Econo Lodge to rent a room. Bedard stated that when they were at the Comfort Inn with Adam, Kayla, and their kids, she remembers seeing a CMC bag in between Kayla's two children and a stroller. That is so crazy and disgusting. Bedard remembered staying on the 3rd or 4th floor at the Econo Lodge, facing the front parking lot in a room with one queen bed. Detective Rahill was able to get the hotel room information for Brittany Bedard from the Econo Lodge, which shows she rented 2 hotel rooms for 2 nights, March 3rd and March 4th of 2020, one being room 216 and the other being room 313. Rahill later went to the Econo Lodge and confirmed that room 313 was the front parking lot south side, and had 1 queen bed. Room 216 was on the back parking lot north side and had 2 queen beds. Bedard believed that at some point she and Beach went to the U-Haul location on South Willow Street in Manchester to rent a U-Haul. She said that she was in a vehicle, possibly her mother's vehicle, and went into U-Haul to help pay for the transaction. She believed that the transaction was around $30. She claimed that she did not rent the U-Haul due to her not having a valid license. She thought that the taller, skinny white male rented the U-Haul. She wasn't sure if it was Adam. She stated that she did remember Adam driving the U-Haul sometime after it was rented. She believed Adam dropped her and Beach off at a 7-Eleven convenience store, possibly on Queen City Avenue in Manchester. Bedard thought the rental was a smaller 10-foot box truck due to the fact that she had to sit on the ground between the driver and the front passenger. Bedard claimed that this was the only time she was in the U-Haul. Additionally, Bedard remembered the U-Haul being parked along the backside of the Econo Lodge along the building on the north side. So, and then we have the records regarding the U-Haul rental from, they found the contract agreements for February 29, 2020 to March 5th, 2020. The executive assistant at U-Haul. It was a 10-foot box truck. It had the name, okay, Detective Rahill was able to locate a rental that had the name Travis Beach as the additional contact. The rental began on March 3rd, 2020 at approximately 5:49 p.m. and ended the next day on March 4th, 2020 at approximately 1:47 p.m. The rental was from the 515 South Willow Street location in Manchester. It was rented by Brendan Middleton, who should be noted that according to the Manchester Police Department in-house informational file, I know that Middleton is reportedly 6 feet tall and approximately 175 pounds, which is consistent with the taller, skinny white male described by Bedard. The total rental mileage was approximately 133 miles. The rental cost was approximately $32.49, with additional charge of $104.74, which, according to Golomete, was never paid. Information from U-Haul showed that the $32.49 was paid via MasterCard, having a partial card number of whatever. Then they subpoenaed PayPal, Brittany Bedard's PayPal account information on July 20th of 2022. On July 27th, 2022, I received information from PayPal confirming the MasterCard used to rent the U-Haul was in fact Brittany Bedard's. Gilmate was able to provide me with the vehicle information for the above referenced U-Haul rented by Middleton. The vehicle was a 2019 GMC Savannah, Arizona registration. The GMC Savannah is a cargo van, which is consistent with the vehicle described by Kayla. The vehicle is no longer in the custody of U-Haul and was since sold at auction on or about May 14th, 2021. So on July 6th, Detective Davenport and I made contact with Brendan Middleton at his address in Manchester, New Hampshire. Prior to meeting, I spoke with Middleton on the phone and I stated I need to speak to him about the U-Haul. Middleton stated he had rented a U-Haul for a friend a while back. Middleton ultimately stated that he had picked up Travis Beach and his girlfriend, who he later confirmed with Brittany Bedard at the Econo Lodge in Manchester a couple years back at night when it was dark out. Middleton stated he drove them to the U-Haul on South Willow Street to rent a U-Haul because they said they needed to move furniture or something along those lines. Beach and Bedard did not have IDs or a debit card, so Middleton helped them rent either a U-Haul van or a small box truck using his debit card, which he stated would be a Bank of America debit card. Middleton stated he then drove the U-Haul vehicle to the gas station right next to U-Haul, and Beach and Bedard drove his car and followed. Middleton stated from the gas station he was unsure of which one of them drove off with the U-Haul, where it was taken, or what it was used for. I asked Middleton how he would communicate with Beach, and he said it would usually be through Facebook or text message. Then they Travis Beach Facebook records. So they served a search warrant for Beach's Facebook accounts and discovered communication about the U-Haul rental between Travis Beach and a deleted Facebook account identified as, they called it the 5803 account, which is known through this investigation to have been used by Adam Montgomery. Previously, a search warrant was obtained for the 5803 account, but according to Facebook, it had been deleted and no relevant content is available. However, multiple other individuals have identified Facebook messages they exchanged with the 5803 account as being messages they exchanged with Adam Montgomery. Travis Beach had a couple conversations about assistance renting a U-Haul on March 3rd, 2020 with Teresa Morrell and the Facebook account Backwoods Boy Audit. At 11:21 Eastern Time, Teresa Morrell asked Travis if he was moving after he asked about the U-Haul. Beach said no. Adam Montgomery is. On March 2nd, 2020, Beach stated to the 5803 account, her mom said a big fat no. Sorry, Bubba. Her mom said a big fat no. Sorry, Bubba. On March 3rd at 9:11 Eastern Time, Beach messaged the 5803 account and stated, yo, we have her. Ma's whip. Call me ASAP. Short time later, they had a call that had lasted approximately 2 minutes. Travis Beach also had a conversation with the Facebook account John Person on March 3rd at 19:09 Eastern Time. Beach indicated that he was in room 313 at the Econo Lodge. This information is consistent with the rental and room number we obtained from the Econo Lodge. Below is a conversation from Beach's Facebook records between Beach and the 5803 account. Here references to Adam on March 3rd, 2020 into March 4th of 2020 Eastern Time. This is in Eastern Time. Adam said, yo, if you are awake, call me. Need to talk. Travis said, hey, can we use the U-Haul for like 10 minutes? And then Adam missed a call from Travis. Travis missed a call from Adam. And Adam said, no, what's up, bro? Hit me up. Travis missed a call from Adam. Okay, Travis called Adam, wow, 10 times or so. Travis said, yo, please let me know when I can come by and grab my stuff because we only have the car until 1:30. Thank you, Bubba. Adam missed a call. Travis at 12:16 Eastern Time said, yo, please let me know when I can come by and grab my stuff because we only have the car till 1:30. Thanks. Thank you, Bubba. Adam missed a call from Travis. There are then calls, video chats between Adam and Travis, which are short. They are between 12:22 Eastern Time and 12:57 Eastern Time. Travis at 2:47 Eastern Time. And it said, what pro what U-Haul did you drop it off at? Because he just got a text saying the van was supposed to be back at 2, so please let me know what the fuck is going on. And Travis said ASAP, and Adam said, I dropped it off on a willow, my word. Please don't message me stuff like this on Facebook again. And then Travis said, okay, my bad, won't happen again, Bubba. Travis missed a call from Adam. And Adam said, yo, bro, can you call me, please? I need to talk to you. It's important, very important. Please call me. How much left of this? Okay. There's 5 more pages left. I'm reading your guys' comments right now. Yeah, Facebook said there was no relevant info on the account, but it looks like they have, through other Facebook accounts, proof of the, these people conversating with this 5803 account. And he mentions the 5803 account mentions he's staying at this room in Econo Lodge, and it's the same room that Adam Montgomery was staying at. I don't know. I guess they were telling him I don't know. I don't know what you mean. Same story, shits and giggles. He stated that okay, so this is a profile interview with Travis Beach on August 9th, 2022. And his attorney present said during the interview, he confirmed reconnecting with Adam and Kayla Montgomery at the Mall of New Hampshire in Manchester, New Hampshire. I don't know what you're talking about. Shits and giggles. I have no idea what you're talking about. They're interviewing different people. He said that over approximately 1 week period, he and Brittany went over Adam and Kayla's apartment at 644 Union Street in Manchester to use drugs. Beach stated that this was right before he turned himself into his probation officer on March 5th, 2020. Beach stated Adam asked him for help in person renting a U-Haul, and he and Brittany assisted in doing so. Beach confirmed the U-Haul was rented on South Willow Street in Manchester for Adam. Once the vehicle was rented, it was brought to the Econo Lodge by Beach and Brittany Bedard, where the keys were turned over to Adam. Beach denied driving the vehicle after the keys were turned over to Adam. Beach confirmed that during the interview that he would communicate with Adam through Facebook Messenger. And here's the Massachusetts Department of Transportation records for U-Haul. Oh, okay. So they have here 3 toll violations involving the above referenced U-Haul during the time that had been rented by Middleton. The 3 violations occurred at the following date, times, and locations. March 4th, 4:44 a.m., Tobin Bridge. The information from the Massachusetts Department of Transportation included photographs taken at times of the violations. The photographs for all 3 of violations clearly show a U-Haul van with the Arizona license plate. Some of the photographs also show the windshield of the U-Haul from the front. However, in the photographs, it is not possible to identify any occupant within the U-Haul van or even to definitively tell how many occupants there may have been. Employees from the Massachusetts Department of Transportation have explained to me that the top half of these photos, which includes the windshield, is essentially and automatically distorted for privacy reasons. And the original unblurred version of the photographs have been deleted. Below are photographs from the Massachusetts Department of Transportation of the front and back of the U-Haul van from the 5:25 a.m. toll violations. Forensic testing locations of where Harmony Montgomery's body was stored. And as noted previously, the U-Haul van Adam used to dispose of Harmony's body was sold at auction on or about May 14, 2021. The current owner of the U-Haul van were identified as Robert Wood and his son Joshua Wood, both of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Bob and Joshua Wood consented to a search of the van, which had been repurposed for use in their business, Wood's Cleaning Services. On September 11, 2022, Manchester detectives traveled to Lancaster, Pennsylvania to process the van. The van was processed with Blue Star, which is a chemical agent used to detect hemoglobin, a molecule present in blood, on surfaces where it may not be visible to the naked eye. When the van was processed with Blue Star, there appeared to be a reaction on the right side of the interior step on the driver's side, a faint reaction on the passenger's side floorboard, and two reactions approximately halfway up the back of the passenger seat along the side of the seat closest to the door. Each of these areas was swabbed, and the swabs are pending further forensic testing. On June 14, 2022, 644 Union Street was searched pursuant to a search warrant. Multiple items of potential evidentiary value were seized from the apartment. One item was the sole refrigerator in the apartment, which was standard over-under refrigerator. There are some indications from the owner of 644 Union Street that the refrigerator seized from the apartment 2 on June 14, 2022 may have not been the same refrigerator that was there when Adam and Kayla lived at the apartment. However, he was unable to definitively say whether or not it was a different refrigerator. On September 8th, 2022, Manchester detectives processed the seized refrigerator with Blue Star. Upon processing, there appeared to be a small reaction to the Blue Star on the bottom right of the interior of the refrigerator and the three significant circular reactions, together with some smaller reactions on the bottom of the interior of the refrigerator. Each of these areas was swabbed, and the swabs are pending further forensic testing. Yeah, I don't think it has any. This doesn't have any. Come on, this does not have any relation to the Summer Wells case. Let's not go there. This has no relation to the Summer Wells case, shits and giggles. And this case has nothing to do with like any sexually motivated crime like Summers possibly has. This is completely different. This is parents that for some reason, I don't know, we're just horrible parents. I don't know how you got that this was anyway related to Summer. That is just. Hey, Sugar Boom Boom. Yeah, there's no I mean, that would be. Is that what you're saying, that this is related to Summer Wells? Or am I getting that wrong? Okay, let's finish. We're almost done here. Only like one more page. So I figured when I saw I was almost done, I was like, well, I might as well read the rest of it. As noted previously, records show that Brittany Bedard rented rooms 216 and 313 at the Econo Lodge for 2 nights, March 3rd and March 4th of 2020. In addition, messaging from Travis Beach's Facebook account shows that he and Bedard were in room 313. This means it is likely that Adam and Kayla Montgomery were in room 216. This room faced the rear north side of the Econo Lodge, which is consistent with information from Kayla about the room she and Adam stayed in. On July 11th, 2022, Manchester detectives went to the Econo Lodge to search room 216 on consent from the hotel and general manager. The search focused on the mini fridge in the room based on Kayla's statements that the CMC maternity bag with Harmony's body was placed in the mini fridge of the room where they stayed prior to Adam disposing of the bag. The mini fridge was processed with Blue Star, which showed a small, quick reaction underneath the interior freezer space. A small, quick reaction on the area of the interior door where it has can holders, and a small, quick reaction on the bottom of the door. Each of these areas was swabbed, and the swabs are pending further forensic testing. To date, Harmony's remains have not yet been located. Based on the foregoing facts and circumstances, there is probable cause to believe that Adam Montgomery committed the crimes of second-degree murder, tampering with witnesses and informants, falsifying physical evidence, and abuse of a corpse. Therefore, I respectfully request that an arrest warrant be issued against Adam Montgomery, date of birth January 22nd, 1990, for the following charges. 1 count of second-degree murder, contrary to statute, blah, 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 and that he recklessly caused the death of Harmony Montgomery, a person under 13 years of age, under circumstances manifesting extreme indifference to the value of human life, by repeatedly striking Harmony Montgomery on the head with a closed fist, and 1 count of tampering with witnesses and informants, contrary to RSA blank, in that he, believing that an official proceeding, as defined in RSA 641(1) or 2, or investigation was pending about or to be instituted, he purposely attempted to induce or otherwise cause Kayla Montgomery to testify or inform falsely. What? Okay, well, he did attempt to induce or otherwise cause, but I don't know about cause. She didn't have to freaking falsely inform, but anyways. And 1 count of falsifying physical evidence, contrary to RSA 641 6.1, in that he, believing that an official proceeding as defined in RSA 641(1) and 2, or investigation is pending or about to be instituted, he purposely altered, destroyed, or concealed or removed the body of Harmony Montgomery with a purpose to impair its verity or availability in such proceeding or investigation, and 1 count of abuse of corpse, contrary to RSA 644(7), in that he purposely and unlawfully removed, concealed, or destroyed the corpse of Harmony Montgomery or any part thereof, signed under the penalty of perjury, the penalty for which may include a fine or imprisonment or both. Dated October 21st, 2022. Detective John Dunleavy and the Manchester Police Department. All right, so we read the whole thing. Wow. That's the first here on the Ziggy Show. I got an email that somebody sent me that said, which is definitely interesting. Now, this does relate to the Summer Wells case where it mentioned when Adam Montgomery said it's done, when in that message to his girlfriend Kayla, it's just like it reminded this person of that emailed me of when Hunter said he saw a text Wow. Somebody has, in this email, I'm told that Jody Sue admitted that the "it's done" text was sent by Andy Bernard to Candace by mistake. Has anybody heard this? Has anybody heard that Jody Sue has supposedly admitted that Andy sent a text that said it's done to Candace by accident? Wow. I'd love to see a clip of that if anybody can send it to me. Oh, it's an accident. He accidentally sent a text that said it's done to Candace. Okay. Well, supposedly Facebook claims that it sounded like to me, Smokey, that Facebook was claiming that they were having trouble retrieving any information from that account. They were saying that there wasn't any. To me, I don't know if they just felt like it wasn't important or what. But you're right. They shouldn't get the chance. They shouldn't have the opportunity to decide that, because it sounds like Adam was making different Facebook accounts, and this one they call, go by the number, because it was just, it sounds like one of those, he set up different Facebook accounts, try to avoid being traced. You remember Justice? I guess it was Jody Sue, Ava, is what I'm hearing. I can't believe we read that whole thing. I can't believe even 100 people sat and listened to it, because it was a lot to go through. But what do you guys think? Do you feel like there's going to be enough evidence here to convict? My reading does line up with this, kind of. Yeah, it does actually. I didn't get the part. I didn't ask where her body was. I didn't know I was going to do a reading on her, but I initially went live. What was the reading about? That's right, about Dre McCray. Dre McCray, that whole situation. That girl is into some evil shit. She's into some dark magic. I'm just telling you. Allegedly, in my opinion. Don't sue me. Yeah, supposedly Jody Sue is saying it was. So now we know that, because remember Hunter said that Candace had a text from her drug dealer named Andrew or Andy, a text stating it's done. Fucking knew it, dude. I know Andy Bernard's involved in Summer's in whatever happened to Summer. He needs to freaking get to talking. He was seen on Ben Hill Road. Now we have Jody Sue saying it was an accident that Andy sent Candace a message that said it's done, who Hunter identified as Candace's drug dealer. This is the first time I'm hearing about this, but if anybody has any clip of that where Jody Sue says that, I would love to hear it. Oh my gosh. No. Dang it. That little pup chewed on my freaking new mallet for my singing bowl. I'm so sad. I mean, it didn't ruin it. It didn't ruin the rubber part or anything, but the end of the handle, it just made it look like it was chewed up by a dog. Or chewed up by like a rat or something. Dang it. 26 means 26-degree Mason. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that case. I thought that they found, didn't they find some of his DNA or something? "26-degree Mason." I'll have to look into that. Look at this little girl, though. And then imagine, like, what they freaking, what? Well, shits and giggles, I'm about to go here in a second, but maybe we should go over that. If you have something that you want me to go over, email it to me, and we'll show it tomorrow. This estranged wife should be in some, or whoever this is, his girlfriend or wife. Police launched an investigation into Harmony's disappearance in December 2021 after her mother, Crystal Soray, pleaded with officials to help her locate her daughter. Soray had lost custody of Harmony, who was blind in one eye, while battling substance abuse in 2018. "I have my days where I still can't believe it," Soray told WBZ last fall. "I didn't think this would be the outcome. I really think I really hurt her this time." Oops. That's a quote from somebody else. She said Adam Montgomery struck Harmony in the face and head following an accident on December 7, 2019, according to the court documents. Kayla stated that after the final blow, Adam said words to the effect of, he felt something or heard something when he hit Harmony and said, "I think I really hurt her this time. I think I did something." Where's a picture of this? What is this teardrop for the child you murdered? You freaking sicko. Is that what that teardrop is? Somebody's going to cut that off your face. If they feel like you're proud of murdering your daughter. Kayla Montgomery. Oh, is that a little Pomeranian? Look at that little guy. I have a little guy running around like that right now. Her body hasn't been found because it sounds like to me he went around town throwing her out piece by piece in different areas. He's a really sick MFer. He could go in. I mean, how gross and sick of a person are you when you can literally go into a shower 2 months after your daughter's been deceased in this bag and put her in another bag? And where is this Under Armour bag at? Yeah, it doesn't look like the mother had any type of. I don't know if she got immunity. I guess so. They're probably just trying to ignore talking about that because instead, so they're focusing, hardcore on Adam, so people just kind of forget about Kayla, I guess. Let's see. Here's a no, Kayla's not Harmony's mother. This is a girlfriend. The new The strange wife of Adam Montgomery testified against him Monday in his weapons trial. This is dated for June 5th, 2023. Adam Montgomery is charged with 2 counts each of being an armed career criminal, receiving stolen property, and theft by unauthorized taking. He is separately being charged with killing his daughter, Harmony Montgomery. His estranged wife, Kayla Montgomery, testified Monday morning that her husband told her he had stolen the guns. The case is about a stolen shotgun and rifle belonging to a man named Chris Frayne. Kayla Montgomery admitted to the jury that some of her memory is fuzzy because of the drugs that she was doing at the time, but she testified that her and Adam went over to visit Fran's wife, Kim, shortly before the guns were stolen. She added that Kim Fran subsequently called her freaking out about the missing guns. Kayla Montgomery said she observed the guns in her own home and saw Adam Montgomery trying to sell them. Adam is also charged with being a felon in possession of a weapon. Kayla Montgomery said that led to a fight when he was leaving their house with one of the guns, because I was nervous and scared that he would get in trouble, she said, because he's a felon and not supposed to have one. Prosecutors also had Kayla Montgomery testify about pleading guilty to perjury as part of a plea bargain, which including dropping charges of receiving stolen property related to the guns. So, okay, Kayla Montgomery testify about pleading guilty to perjury as part of a plea bargain. As a result of the plea bargain, Kayla Montgomery was under an obligation to testify. She told the jury that it was also an obligation to tell the truth, which she said she did during her testimony. Kayla Montgomery's story has changed over time, something the defense focused on as they began their cross-examination. Okay. So this is just for the guns charges, but what about for Harmony Montgomery? Wow, look how bad she looked there. Look how different she looks there. Oh my God. Wow. That was like 6 months, or 6 months before. No, about 9 months before. She was sentenced to prison. Served 1.5 years, testify against Adam Montgomery. The charges Kayla Montgomery took responsibility for are not related to the disappearance of her or death of her stepdaughter, Harmony. Kayla Montgomery allegedly lied to grand jury in May about when and where she was at at the time Harmony was last seen in November 2019, when the girl was 5 years old. Said Kayla Montgomery testified to a grand jury that her husband, Adam Montgomery, dropped her off at work at Goffstown Dunkin' Donuts on the morning of November 30th, 2019, and told her he was bringing Harmony to live with her mother. She said that was the last time she saw Harmony. While under oath, the defendant testified that initially, a day or two after Thanksgiving, Adam dropped her, the defendant, off at work, and Harmony and the 2 other children were in the car, O'Neill said. The defendant testified at the time Adam said he was bringing Harmony to Harmony's mother's. But O'Neill said police determined that she hadn't worked at Goffstown Dunkin' Donuts since September 2019. She then worked at Hookset Dunkin' Donuts until November 23rd, 2019, but she was not working at any Dunkin' Donuts on November 30th. Under the plea agreement, Kayla Montgomery has agreed to fully cooperate in future state proceedings, which could include testifying in Adam Montgomery's murder trial. He is charged with second-degree murder in his daughter's killing. According to court documents, Kayla Montgomery reported to police that Harmony had been killed by Adam Montgomery. She also told them he encouraged her on multiple occasions to lie to police about Harmony's whereabouts. Under the terms of the deal, Kayla Montgomery will face back-to-back sentences of 3.5 to 7 years, but a total of 5 years of her minimum sentence will be suspended unless she breaks the terms of the agreement. That means she will serve a minimum of 1.5 years in prison after credit for time served. You've got to be fucking kidding me, dude. Obviously, she would like to not have to do any jail time, but she recognized the situation she was in, said defense attorney Paul Garrity. She recognized the state's perspective, and she struck what she thought was a fair deal for herself. 3 other charges Kayla Montgomery was facing won't be prosecuted, O'Neill said. Her defense attorney said he can't discuss further with whether Kayla Montgomery knows the location of Harmony's body. Wow. So basically, she gets a plea deal, gets to serve. So there's 5 years or something. Some of it's suspended, which she'll have to do if she messes up her parole, does drugs, which I'm sure she will or something, because this girl obviously has some issues, and I don't see her I don't know. I don't see her getting what's the word? So she got a year and a half in prison because of perjury. And they dropped the 2 other charges in agreement that she pleaded guilty to 2 felony counts of perjury. That's all she has. She's getting out scot-free, basically, to testify in the murder trial and his gun charges. Wow. Oh, yeah, she said enough. I feel like she was the catalyst for all this. I think she was jealous of him having, she didn't want him having another kid or a kid by, this previous woman. I mean, how could she stay around with this dude for months, carrying his dead daughter around in a freaking duffel bag? For months, she went along with him with that. Yes, this should be a Senate for someone to tell about Summer. You can cop a plea deal for info, testimony. Exactly. Someone, hint, hint. All right, guys. I'm going to get off here. I've been on here for over 3 hours. We went over the whole affidavit. I appreciate you guys hanging out, and I will definitely see you tomorrow. All right. I agree with Sheba Mom, though, that someone needs to tell about Summer. Somebody is going to speak and get their own ass out of trouble with Summer. Well, thank you, No Nope. You guys have a good night, too. Thank you, Crazy Girl Oddities. Good night, Sheba and Dee Dee. Good night, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye.